Personally, I don't think that the AI agent is going to replace property agents, because I think so. Buying a home is an extremely emotional thing. For majority of the people, buying a house is probably going to be a one in a lifetime journey,
Yeah.
right? Experience. So where human property agent is going to be necessary is in creating the emotion of the deal
Mm.
at the closing. So when they bring you to the house, when they ask you to picture
Mm.
how your family will be like if you live here and stuff like
Mm.
that, the kind of emotional selling is, you can't do it with AI agents,
Mm.
right? AI agents are too rational in nature.
Hi, I'm Audrey here. So, welcome to another episode of the MiniCEO podcast. And today we have Melvin here from
Hello,
MyRumahBaru.
hello.
And yeah, so please briefly introduce yourself.
Okay. So hi guys, I'm Melvin. I'm the CEO and founder of MyRumahBaru. And basically, MyRumahBaru is AI agents. We are a prop tech platform that supplies AI agents for real estate professionals. So what we do is, the AI agents actually help them to qualify their leads, follow up. There is a knowledge database that is pre-trained on data, and it's specific only for real estate. Yeah.
Wow, that is cool. So, just wondering, how big is your startup? How big is the team? And how long have you been running this?
We started actually last year. We launched our first MVP last year around April. And then we launched our new product, which is available to property agents somewhere around in December. And we onboarded our first customer in January. As of right now, we have about 200 plus active users on our platform. And for developers, we work with some of the listed property developers in Malaysia as well. Yeah.
Wow. And how big is your team right now?
Actually, our team is just 6 people.
Oh, that's very lean.
Yeah. Actually, we were planning to grow our team initially, and then one of the questions from the customer once,
Mm.
they actually asked us like, why are you actually not using AI agents yourself?
Oh,
Because we are actually providing AI agents, but we are doing all the sales manually ourselves. And that question actually made us rethink, why are we not using AI agents, especially if we are the ones that is supplying AI agents into the market. And from that moment on, actually, we have transitioned our whole sales team over to AI agents. So right now, our entire sales team is AI agents based.
wow. And that really make you think of using AI agents for sales in that
Yes, yes,
specific role.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
wow.
yes,
And
yes,
that's why you have a team of six only.
yes, yes, yeah.
So there's no many sales, only the AI agent is the sales.
Yes. So the AI agents basically does all the initial outreach for us, for our clients, when they click into our ads or when we approach them manually. And then after that, they help us to set up the appointment and all that kind of thing. And then we just go in to do the demo call just to show basically how it works and address the concerns of the property agents. And then we go into subscription.
Wow, that's so cool. Does it like if bots is sending or AI agents is sending those messages outreach, right?
Yep.
As you said, does the system crawler or anything like that will kind of stop them or like uh detect that it's a AI agent or a bot or something like that, then it doesn't go through to your prospective customer. Does it? Do you face any problems like that?
Yeah. So I think first of all, we are definitely a Meta certified platform. So we won't run into the issue in terms of being
Mm.
banned or blocked and stuff like that. And secondly, in terms of the message, our messages are not spammy in nature,
Mm.
because of the way the AI agent works.
Mm.
Each message is actually customized.
Wow.
So no two messages exiting our platform is ever the same.
Oh.
So every agent, depending on what was their concern, when we first, some people might be difficulty in finding listings, some people might be not having enough team members to handle their leads, some is like they don't have time to reply on time and stuff like that. So every agent's concerns are different. So the messages that they receive before to convince them to go towards a demo call is totally different as well. Yeah.
Not able to reply on time. That's so me. um, anyways, that is cool. And let's talk about MyRumahBaru.
Yep.
So what kind of apps or platform or AI agents do you offer? Does it target to all property agents
Mm.
only, or or you have, it's a B2B model, as I know
Yes.
MyRumahBaru.
Yes.
So how does it work for the property agents?
Okay, so usually the property agents, when they make an appointment with them, with us, we go for a demo call. We address whatever concerns that they have facing during their day-to-day workflow, and then we show them how our AI agents can be tapped in and to be part of their workflow. And then after that, once they are subscribed, basically our system is already pre-trained. So this is, I think, one of our biggest strength compared to other solutions out there. When you look at the other solutions in the market, you have hundreds or 200 companies doing AI chatbot in Malaysia, right? And once you are subscribed, you need to spend days and weeks for the initial setup. You need to design the flow of how to question, what triggers a question, and what does it do next. For MyRumahBaru, we use a structure called AI agents. There is no predefined workflow. It is goal oriented. So because we already pre-train our model, when they subscribe, first of all, they just only need to take 2 minutes to just scan their QR code, just like they log into a web WhatsApp, and basically our AI agent sits in their WhatsApp, right? And whatever inquiry that they have moving forward, the AI agents are given tools to run it. So if let's say today this customer is coming in and he is looking for a subsale property or a rental property, or he is looking to do a loan qualification test, or he's trying to find for new projects in the market, the AI agent actually go and pull the tool and use the tool and knows what to do next in terms of pushing for an appointment. Yeah. So
Wow.
this is the biggest differentiation. Yeah.
That is amazing, the tool that you built. So coming to that, right? How does the property agent um do your team have the domain expert
Mm,
to actually lay out all a specific single workflow for the property agent in advance
mm,
and to build this,
mm.
and then it already knows what the agent wants to do with
Yep.
their customer,
Yep.
is that correct?
So our team, our core team, three of us founders, right? For me especially, I spent 3 years on the ground with the agencies and the developers to basically test this market with this product market fit. And for my other two founders, they are actually in the pioneer team for another prop tech platform previously. So they helped scale the platform from zero, from the first day they started, all the way to 266 million US dollar in less than 5 years. And in fact, one of our technical founder is actually a E27 luminary. So during the pandemic, when customer couldn't go offline to the showroom to see the houses, he was the one that created the software solution for them to do the transaction online.
It's
Yeah.
like a show in the showroom. There's like a scanner, so that it's like a,
Yes.
you can like Google Map where you
Yes.
plot the person
Yes.
in, and then you can see the
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
entire showroom
Yeah.
virtually.
It's like you have the whole all the showrooms and all the home expos in your hand 24/7.
Yeah,
That's basically what our platform is. Yeah.
yeah, there's the virtual showroom. I seen those before, and I
Yeah.
think it's quite cool.
Yeah.
And I thought like, oh no, this innovation, I'm not sure how much it costs,
Yeah.
and I think it's might be expensive to
Yeah.
do that. And coming back to that, I really curious when you say that you're going on the ground 3 years to spend with the agents
Yep.
and do it yourself as a founder. It's very impressive because we do the dirty work, the
Yes.
groundwork to understand what's the workflow. So what makes you interested into going into property? Do you have backgrounds before that that is related to property?
Actually, this is a very interesting story because I was totally not from a background, real estate background, right? So I'm actually a franchise consultant. I help brands expand.
Mm.
And during the pandemic, before the borders were open, I was trying to find something to do before I could go back to overseas, right? And during that time, I kind of narrowed down two things that I can do in the meantime before the borders were open. And two of the things were actually real estate and insurance. But when I looked deeper into it, insurance you had to take all the certification and all that, and I didn't have the time. By the time I have the certification, I might be already overseas, right? So I thought, okay, real estate, let's just see how it can go. So at the point of time, I didn't know anything about real estate. I just jumped in and I just become a real estate agent. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
wow, that's cool.
yeah.
So, that is amazing. And how does this app? I heard before you say it's an all-in-one app. Does it also user like the end customer who wants to buy a property can also use your app?
Yes, absolutely. So for like end users, one of the great thing about our app is that you can just go on our app. It's called MyRumahBaru.com, and you can just see all of. I would say right now we have inventory of more than 90+ % of the projects in Klang Valley. So without even going to any property listing site or talking to any agents or going to any home expo, 24 hours you have all the projects information on your hand, from price to brochures
Mm,
to layout
mm,
to sales and packages and all that kind of thing. You have all the information that you need.
mm.
Yeah.
So I want to play the devil's advocate. Is it similar to the biggest guy, the property guru? Like because when I search for property or anything like that, I will go to property guru. That's my first thing in my head.
Yeah.
So what's the differentiation?
Okay. So for Property Guru and our platform, I think one of the biggest differentiation is, number one, we don't charge for listing. All right. If you can see, actually, a lot of houses available to rent or to buy, they just hang a banner, but they are not available on listing sites because they are slow, meaning like it might take them 1 to 2 years to get off the market, and it doesn't make sense for agents to pay for the listing upfront, right? So they have to pay like 1 year, 2 year in advance just to somebody can see the listing. So our platform doesn't charge for listing. That's number one. So that's the reason why we can acquire more listing. The second thing is that in terms of projects, right now, even like Property Guru, they hold about 90% market share. But in terms of new projects, we actually have 5 times more than them.
Mm,
So the chances of you finding a property that uh, match your requirement on our platform is 5 times, probably 5 times higher than even Property Guru. Even they hold ninety
yeah,
percent market share.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. And in terms of like the information, if you just go on our website, it's a very different search experience.
Hmm.
Okay, so a person's home buying journey is extremely complex. We are all driven by different motivation. Whether I'm coming to study in KL, whether today I'm finding for a house that is close to my family, whether am I taking a public transport or am I driving, what's my lifestyle habits, do I go to yoga class on a weekend, do I like to go to cafe. Everybody is so complex, right? And it is impossible for us to narrow down the human complexity all to a search bar of 3 bedroom 500,000
Yeah,
in Mont Kiara.
yeah.
So this is how our experience differs. Yep.
Mm. That's cool. So, as an end user, I do go to Property Guru and I find that there is a lot of listings
Mm,
that the agents will kind of put it very cheap for the
yes.
property. For example, 400,000, 500,000, even
Yes.
300,000 or 200,000. So that is like way below the market rate.
Yes.
And when you reach out to them,
Mm,
this is a personal problem that I really struggle with is that when you reach out to them,
it's a fake
the
listing.
price became 600, 800, 1 million.
Yes.
And I'm like, what is this like a scam or a trick to get leads
Yes.
or stuff like that? Do you prevent that as well, or
Yes.
how do you
So
go about it?
so one thing that we do is we have processes within our platform that we check. So uh, and one of the reason why we are able to prevent this is because we exist on a level on that we are supplying AI agents to the property agents, right? So the fact of the matter is that property agents, they might post somewhere on the listing platform to get leads. It's called like a click and bait and switch,
Yeah.
right? They put a fake listing, you click in, and then they switch you to another project. They say that it was rented out and stuff like that. Basically, what they just want you to inquire, right? But on our platform, they can't do that because on our AI agent, it actually helps you to book the appointment itself. So if you are posting a fake listing, the AI agent will actually make the appointment for that fake listing. And
Mm.
end up your customer will turn up and that is not the product. And you
Mm.
will actually lose trust with the customer. So
Oh,
that's not what you want, right?
that does prevent them to do that, and they are aware of that.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
okay.
So actually, when you're dealing with until you're making appointment ready, you no longer want to provide the fake information anymore. You want to provide the real information because then your focus is on I want to close this deal.
Mm.
Yeah,
I see where your value is because that for me, just blindly scrolling through listings over listings is really time consuming.
correct,
The high search cost is crazy for property.
correct.
And if you have streamlined that process for end user and also couldn't really trick it for like you said click and bait and
Yeah,
switch
yeah.
for the agent, then that makes the entire process really
Yeah, I mean, like
better.
the home buying journey is extremely high friction, right?
Yeah.
You click into something and they tell you like, oh, it's not available, or I have something else and stuff like that. And that's what we want to change, you know. So yeah.
I think that is a really great motivation or initiative.
Mm,
So coming to the next part of this podcast is that I like to ask you. So when I hear you talk or we speak before, is that you're pretty technical
yeah.
and you build with using AI as you just now mentioned about pre-training your models
Yep.
and building this app. So let me so there's like vibe coding in recent trends that everyone can build anything.
Mm,
Do you see that kind of like how other founders can also build something similar, or it's also you need certain expertise like you
mm,
mentioned using 3 years to do the groundwork,
mm.
understand the market first, then only build it. So what's your take on that as a founder?
For me, I don't believe that any software is you can't copy any software. I mean, like when you have Uber, you have Grab, right? When you have Lazada, you have Shopee. Everything can be easily duplicated out, right? But what is the really valuable part is the information that the about the business, the understanding of the business that really separates it apart from each other. So in terms of us, one of the biggest differentiator is the data that we pre-train our model on. And that is like anybody can just use a model. They can use a DeepSeek, they can use a O1 model, they can use a O4 mini model and stuff like that. But that is you are just relying on the LLM models knowledge. So you really need to have enough data to supplement and train your own model and understand deep enough what is the real workflow on the ground, what the agent does on a day-to-day basis, and you need to teach all of those kind of things to your AI model for it to really perform the way that you want.
Mm.
Yep.
When people talk about like pre-training all this model and all those stuff, the first thing comes to their mind is cost.
Yes.
As a startup, how can we like beat that?
So there are multiple ways for you to pre-train models. uh, for us, actually, we don't really fork out the models on our own. What we do is we supplement it with a rack.
Mm.
So what we found the most effective is complementing uh, the models itself with a rack database,
Mm.
and then using prompt
Yeah.
engineering to basically teach it how to behave. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. So that it at least it still have that knowledge of the property agent
Yep.
as a base first,
Yes.
and then when you're a user or agent, as in property agent to use it, it also get extract all those information that you have
Correct.
um there so that it understands it.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
right, that's how it is works. And I think as you have already done the groundwork yourself, I think it's like you mentioned, it's difficult. So
Yep.
I understand where you're coming from. So with recent AI models, what you mentioned, like DeepSeek and all that stuff, do you see that how it it's evolving and advancing at a rapid speed,
Yep.
right? And does it affect what your app do? Because sometimes if you use their model, it kind of like when it changes, like Gemini 2.0 upgraded to 2.5, then we have like problem. Why did they change the variables and stuff like that? Then it's kind of like difficult for startup founder to
Mm.
catch up.
Yep. So for us, actually, one of the things that we use at the back, we use LangGraph to kind of
Mm,
piece all of our tech stack together,
mm,
and we also use certain tools, for example, to prompt itself.
mm,
So meaning when there is it makes a decision that we feel like it could be handled differently or the way that we want, we can actually prompt it to teach it
mm,
for that very specific one, and it goes into its own loop to teach itself.
mm,
So it's kind of like human in the loop machine learning.
mm,
It's learning by itself, but at the same time we can also give feedback.
mm. So interesting question that I want to ask. Does this, once these agents or AI agents can understand all your property agents already, does it can it replace property agents? Because we all talk about how AI is replacing human, and
Yep.
when it gets smarter, it understands all your what you do on daily basis. It can basically replace you. So do you see that coming or not?
Personally, I don't think that the AI agent is going to replace property agents, because I think so. Buying a home is an extremely emotional thing. For majority of the people, buying a house is probably going to be a one in a lifetime journey,
Yeah.
right? Experience. So where human property agent is going to be necessary is in creating the emotion of the deal
Mm,
at the closing. So when they bring you to the house, when they ask you to picture
mm,
how your family will be like if you live here and stuff like
mm,
that, the kind of emotional selling is you can't do it with AI agents,
mm.
right? AI agents are too rational in nature.
They are very logical,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But because this comes to AI having a sentience, means that they
Mm,
have their the emotion or
yep.
what. And I think if it comes to that point, which we call it AGI or
Mm,
ASI, then I think it's gonna replace every human in every area.
yeah,
So
might be.
so that's what interesting. Yeah. Yeah. So for your startup, MyRumahBaru,
Mm.
what is the biggest challenge that you have faced in a startup, since you say you just launched last year and until this year, so it's like less than a year.
Mm.
And what are the biggest challenge that you face?
Um, I think I wouldn't say the biggest challenge, but I think if there's a challenge, it's definitely scaling. Scaling, we would like to grow faster than what we are growing at right now, but it's 2025. Creating an app is extremely easy, you know, and the market is flooded with ideas and SaaS software and stuff like that. But how do you really stand out in a market that is so crowded? And how do you get in front of an audience of an investor that is going to fund your company to let you scale at the speed that you want? That is the challenge that we constantly face. Yep.
Yeah, I think that all those requires a soft skill, and nothing AI can do for us
Yes.
in that
Yes.
sense. Like fundraising,
Yes.
getting market access, and you say selling,
Yep.
right? Yeah. So coming to that, what would be your ask for your startup? So for example, we are talking in our the mini CEO podcast here, and there's audience listening to us,
Yep.
like something like partnership, market access, or things like that. What would be your ask?
We are always on the lookout for partnership, right? We are always open to whatever form of partnership that's available out there. We do receive offers of investment from time to time, but depending on the offer, we will evaluate whether it makes sense for us.
Mm,
We get we get like partnership and market access offers as well. There are some agencies that uh, are using us currently, and they actually offered our software to all of
mm,
their new joining agents as
mm,
well, and there are also developers who use our platform as well.
mm,
So that opens up market access for us also.
mm.
Yep.
What about property developers?
Yeah, property developers use our platform as well. Yeah,
Mm, not just the property
yeah,
agents, agency or stuff like
yes,
that, right?
yes,
Right.
yeah,
That's so cool. So you're still growing your user base,
yep.
and yeah, share some marketing shout out that you wanna do, like get them to
Oh,
download your app and stuff like that.
so if let's say you guys are finding for a house, you guys can just drop over to myrumahbaru.com to kind of search for your next dream home, I guess. Yeah, and if let's say you are a property agency, property developers, or you are property agents, yeah, definitely check us out. We have a AI agent. It's also at the same website where you can subscribe. And if let's say you are interested, you can just arrange a demo call. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time and joining us today on the for this podcast.
No
And
worries. Thank you for
thank you
having me.
so much.
Thank you.